You know, the opposite of being kind and being a good friend is being a bully. And this is a great story that is written by Leslie Kimmelman and illustrated by Will Terry. The Three Bully Goats. Once upon a time, there were three bully goats, Gruff, Ruff, and Tough. They had a good thing going, grazing day after day in a big grassy meadow next to a rushing river. They were such big bully goats that no one dared come too near, even though there was plenty of meadow to share.
We don't share,
Tough growled at the other animals. So everything was cool, except the three bully goats weren't happy.
The other side of the river looks better,
complained Gruff.
The meadow's even grassier.
But how do we get there?
Asked Ruff.
There's an ogre guarding that creaky old bridge. Just one ogre?
Scoffed Tough.
Big deal. We're the three bully goats, Gruff, Ruff, and Tough. We can take on one puny ogre.
Now, the ogre that lived under the bridge was kind of puny, but he was cute too and really nice. He was friends with everybody. That is, until trip, trap, trip, trap, trip, trap. The smallest bully goat tossed his head and started across the river.
Who's that coming across my bridge? The ogre asked cheerfully. It is I, Billy Goats Gruff, answered Gruff. Who's asking?
Oh no, little ogre had heard about the bully goats. His ears quivered and his feet trembled, and he pulled on a purple curl. Even the youngest of those three bully goats looked big and mean and scary.
Keep going, please keep going, little ogre whispered,
crossing his warty green fingers. But no such luck. Exactly in the middle of the bridge, he heard the hoof steps stop. The smallest bully goat stuck his face right down under the bridge.
You're the ogre?
He jeered.
Ha ha ha! I'm Gruff, and I mean I'm really gruff. And you're just a powder puff. Now stop squawking, or I'll butt you from here to Brazil.
Trip, trap, trip, trap, trip, trap. The bully goat continued across the bridge. Little ogre didn't even get a chance to tell him not to trample the wildflowers and to watch out for the baby animals. Sure enough, the smallest bully goat wasted no time trampling the sweet grass and chewing up the buttercups. Then he butted a couple of baby bunnies out of his way. Meanwhile,
Trip, trap, trip, trap, trip, trap.
the medium-sized bully goat trotted across the bridge. He looked bigger than his brother, and scarier, and way meaner. Little ogre took a deep breath.
Who's that coming across my bridge? He asked.
Who wants to know?
Snarled Ruff.
I'm just asking,
stuttered little ogre.
because I'd like to be friends.
For friends?
Said the medium-sized bully goat.
I'm rough, and I mean I'm really rough. And you're just a powder puff. Now stop squawking, or I'll butt you from here to Brazil.
And trip, trap, trip, trap, trip, trap, the bully goat crossed the bridge to the meadow on the other side.
Careful with the wildflowers and the baby animals,
Little Ogre called after him softly. But Ruff wasted no time trampling the sweet grass and chewing up the daisies. Then he butted 2 baby deer out of his way and went to join his brother.
Trip, trap, trip, trap, trip, trap.
The third bully goat headed straight for the bridge. He was the biggest, scariest, and sure looked like he was the meanest of the 3 brothers. He was so big that the bridge swayed and groaned under his hooves.
Who's that coming across my bridge?
Squeaked out Little Ogre, trying not to faint.
What do you mean, your bridge?
The third bully goat answered, then added,
I'm tough, and I mean I'm really tough. And you're just a powder puff. Now stop squawking, or I'll butt you from here to Brazil.
With a rude and haughty toss of his head,
Trip, trap, trip, trap, trip, trap.
off went Tough in a huff. Little Ogre began to cry. He had tried being friendly. He had tried being polite. Nothing had worked with those bully goats.
Gruff, rough, and tough, I've had enough, he said aloud.
He thought and thought.
But what can one little ogre do?
Scritch, scratch, went his fingers. Tip, tap, went his toes. Then, snip, snap, he snapped his warty finger and thumb.
I've got it!
Little Ogre splashed over to the far side of the bridge and called loudly after the third bully goat.
Yoo-hoo! Tough! The tallest grass is usually the tastiest.
Little Ogre had remembered something. There were some baby animals in the tall grass who didn't need his protection at all. Sure enough, the third bully goat wasted no time prancing straight to the tallest grasses in the meadow, uprooting wildflowers as he went. Suddenly, he spotted 4 furry baby skunks and stopped short, a gleam in his eyes. He butted 1, 2, 3, 4 skunks head over paws, sending them tumbling across the grass.
Oh, I'm bad,
He exclaimed, then called,
Hey, Gruff, Ruff, come over here.
As Gruff and Ruff ran up to join their brother, the third bully goat chanted,
I'm tough, and I mean I'm really tough, and y'all, you're just balls of fluff. Now stop.
Before he could finish his song, the little skunks brushed themselves off and squealed.
Should we use our stuff?
They turned their backsides to the 3 goats, raised their tails, and... What a smell! What a stench! What a way to pay those bullies back! P.U. The little skunks laughed their stinky heads off, and all the animals of the meadow joined in, laughing and chanting,
Hip, hip, hooray! We called their bluff. So long, bully goats, gruff, rough, and tough.
And the 3 smelly bully goats? They were so embarrassed, they galloped madly out of the meadow, across the bridge, trip, 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 trap, 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 and far, far away, maybe as far as Brazil, never to bully anyone again. The 3 bully goats. That's the end of our story, and a great reminder that being a bully doesn't really smell very good. It doesn't look good on you either. So remember to be kind and remember to be a friend. Until we see each other next time, adios amigos. Goodbye.